Yo, what is good? My anniversary. What is good? My hero is back, and I'm actually kind of shocked with how quickly they just gave us a interesting little amount of fighting. Um, I did not expect to see such quick action. I thought we were just gonna be in a, you know, waiting seat to kind of see how things were after after Endeavor's fight. They were going to be taking a little bit of a break, but I guess we're not. We are getting right back into it, and these students, especially Bakugou, looking kind of clean, right? Like the way he's handling stuff and the way he has pretty much made his two sidekicks that he needs, right? Like the electric guy and Red Riot. It leads me to believe that Bakugo is going to probably have the best use of his teammates because they have really no say in the matter when you really look at it. Most of the times, like he just has an idea, and if you don't go with it, you're gonna still wind up going with it, right? That's just that's just how it is. But I honestly want to see where this is gonna go at the end of the day because not only have I seen a lot of growth out of Bakugo's character, he's the one that straight up blitzes uh, the guy who is attacking as a villain today, and somehow he can't even keep up with him. Like he literally can't even keep up with Bakugo. He can't really react to his movements. Bakugo goes in for like the first hit and then just uses his explosives to change his trajectory, like his body and his angle. So I honestly think out of anybody who needs to fight the next big villain and the next big fight, it's Bakugo. He has some of the most creative looking, dope acrobatics in the show, and I think that is also a slept on aspect of his character. Um, but to be fair, if he was in the position to fight the villain and to deliver the final blow, villains might not live. Villains might be just dying left and right. So, if that is the case, I feel bad for the first couple of people that are just like bank robbers and not bank robbers, like purse stealers and stuff like that that have Bakugo chase them down and he's like, "You're a villain. You're my enemy," and just blows them up at the end. So that was pretty amazing. But to really see the character I'm playing as, I think he was the MVP, and I think that's what I'm gonna do for most of the episodes throughout My Hero when I'm playing this game. Is just pick the person I think is the MVP that I think I should play as, and then just game as him for a little bit, just to give him a little bit of that spotlight. But regardless, I really do want to hear what y'all are feeling about this week's episode. Do you like that they're hopping straight into the action of how they're going to grow and progress, or were you looking more forward to some information about more information about Endeavor and what was going on throughout the rest of his healing and stuff like that? But we got a little bit of it at the end, so it's not something to be too worked up about that we didn't hear much about him. So we're definitely getting there. I feel like everything that people are teasing out there about the manga and how this story, ouch, how the story can come to an end sooner than later is pretty scary actually. Because when I'm looking at my hero, there's so much potential in this show and in a future line of like the heroes being adults and then them have not them having having kids, but them just being new kids in general, right? And them trying to help those kids grow and use their powers. But it doesn't look like that is the case. That sounds more like a fan's fantasy to have a longer lasting series, and The show doesn't look like it's going in that direction. Just with, I haven't seen any real spoilers, but all I know is the show or the manga does not look like it's going to be a continuation forever, right? Like it's not One Piece where a setup, or One Piece is a bad example. It's not Naruto where it sounds like they're setting up a future, right? It sounds like everybody's just getting sad that the show's going to end. So enjoy these animes while you can. Look for the bright things, look for small details that others may miss, because at the end of the day, I have shows that I love as well, and they're already gone. So to think that this show got 5 seasons, let alone, three or even two, is a blessing in the world of anime, because certain studios could be pretty fickle with giving us anything after the first season, let alone after like 5 episodes sometimes. But regardless, this was an interesting episode. I'm definitely interested in how they're going to continue to train our kids, because we know there's some people who don't have their powers still, but he was still in this training ritual as one of the hostages that needed saving. But regardless, we all know by his physical training, he did not. He could have swam out of that whole situation. But I'm looking forward to seeing just if there's going to be new characters, if there's going to be any more twists, just like the one we saw with looking like a hero is going to meet up with Dobby, the fire guy, the blue flames. So, very, very interesting stuff always happening in this show, and I'm always looking forward to the future. So, with that being said, take care. Peace.